We have generated the key pair file and we will use it now to enable our Spring Cloud config to use asymmetric encryption. And for that, I will go to Spring Cloud config server, open it, and I will open Bootstrap properties. And here I have an encryption key which is being used for symmetric encryption. I will comment it out just in a few seconds, and instead I will need to provide 3 other properties that will be used for asymmetric encryption. And the properties are encrypt, and then key store, location, and here I will need to provide location to my key store file. So I'll go back to my terminal window and I'll check the location of my files. It is located in user home directory and then desktop dev folder. So because it is located in the file system, I will use file, and then I can use environment variable to provide the path to a user's home directory. So I'll use environment variable to user home, and then the file is on desktop in folder dev. And the file name is API encryption key.jks. Okay, so the location to a key store file is provided. The next property is a key store password. So I will use encrypt key store and then password. And the password to my key store file is here. So I will copy it and paste it here. And next property is key store alias. So I'll repeat encrypt key store alias equals, and the alias that I've created is here, API encryption key. I will also copy it and paste it here like this. Alright, so we've provided properties for asymmetric encryption, and I will comment out the encryption key that is used for symmetric encryption. It's not going to be used because we are now using asymmetric encryption. Alright, so I'll save this and I will run my Spring Cloud config server and see if it works with the new key pair file. I'll run it as Spring Boot app. And I will now bring in Postman, and I will send HTTP post request to my Spring Cloud config server to a /encrypt URL endpoint to see if encryption works. So let us encrypt hello world. I'll send this request. And here we go. The encryption worked. We now get much longer encrypted value, and we can verify it right away and see if decryption works. So I will copy the encrypted value and I will send the HTTP post request to my Spring Cloud config server to a decrypt URL endpoint. Decrypt. And then instead of hello world, I will paste the encrypted value and send this request. And we get it decrypted. Hello world. Alright, so encryption and decryption works. Now let's see if Spring Cloud config server can decrypt these values automatically when a user's microservice requests them. For that, I will switch to a different tab. This is a tab where we send HTTP GET request to our Spring Cloud config server to retrieve properties for user's microservice, properties that are stored in users-ws file. So if I send this request now, Spring Cloud config server was not able to decrypt values because they were encrypted with symmetric encryption. But the Spring Cloud config server is configured to use native file system. So I'll go to my native file system to users-ws properties file. It is in my brackets. Here it is. It is using symmetric encryption. Currently, I'll need to update this value to use asymmetric encryption. So I'll encrypt the password first. The password is Sergey. I will get the encrypted value. So I'll send the HTTP post request to encrypt, and the original password is Sergey. I will encrypt it first. Now get the encrypted value of my password and paste it here, keeping the prefix cipher. We must use the prefix cipher if we want it to work. Alright, now I will save this and I will restart my Spring Cloud config server and see if it can decrypt it automatically. I will stop it and start again. Now I will switch to Postman and try to send HTTP GET request to request property files for users microservice. Send it. And now I get the password decrypted well. Alright, so it's working, and you now know how to use asymmetric encryption to protect sensitive information in your property files.